Wednesday. Happy blessed Wednesday. Happy hump day. I hope you all are having a marvelous morning, night, depending on where you're coming from. This morning I did not want to get up, like always. What's typical of any other morning that I don't want to get up, right? I was just sleeping so good last night, finally. Sleeping at peace. But, oh well. Somebody has got to go to work. And it's going to be me. So, what are y'all up to? Are y'all going to work? Are y'all off? Are you going to school? Is it daytime? Is it nighttime? Let me know what's going on. Remember, every morning, every time, throughout the day, throughout the night, whatever the case may be, always be thankful. Always give thanks for what you have. Always thank God for everything that He does for you. Because you have it today and it may be gone the next. So just be grateful for what you got. I've been thinking of my channel a lot. I've been thinking of where to go, in what direction, and what to do. So stay tuned. I do have some ideas. But other than that, everything's been going great. I'm just looking forward to having my vacation coming up soon. So it's a countdown for that. Love you, sister. Love you too, brother out there. How are you this morning? I'm excited to, I don't celebrate Halloween, but I am going to do some activities for the whole month. So that means for 31 days, I have to post something. Good. That's good to hear. I'm going to post something, whether it's, I made these little, out of biscuit with the little hot dogs, and I made them look like little spiders. So I'm going to make that for one thing, and probably make cookies with the youngest, and maybe carve apart a pumpkin, and, stuff like that. Just so I can post every day. I don't go trick-or-treating, so there's no need to go anywhere. What I do is I make him a little baggie, and I just fill it with stuff for him. And then, I'm also getting ready for, besides vacation and doing all that, my mom's surgery is supposed to be in November, I think. So we're going to get ready for that as well. What is this big old thing coming? Oh, it looks like it has diesel. No, I don't know. It's got a lot of lights. Keep moving. Oh, it's fuel. Oh, so I was right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. That's my plans. That's what I'm gonna do. I've been trying to upload every day and something small. I know they got the parade coming up, and we have the fair coming up. So I'm not sure if we're gonna go to the fair. Oh, there is an activity I do want to do with the youngest. Is it in October? November. They have to do with the monster trucks, but it's gonna be like a glow party. So I just remember that. I gotta get him tickets. It rained last night. All I heard was the lightning and the thundering, and I don't like it. I don't like the thundering at all. So I just pray to God to keep me asleep so I wouldn't hear it, and I slept. I am on TikTok. You are? Okay. Is it under the same name? Because I can look for you. Good morning, Mary in chat. Good morning, RX Nails. How are you this morning, sweetheart? I hope you're having a blessed morning. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look for you on there. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I'm on my way to work. I woke up this morning and I'm on my way to work to go start this day. Just praying for 5 o'clock to get here. I'm ready to get off of work. Cause I go to work and it's like I can't be on my phone. I can't see YouTube. I can't do anything, and it's like I feel like I'm missing out on things. um, I'm trying to like get my channel off the ground, and I'm just trying to come up with some ideas. I wanted to do some pranks, but then again, not all my kids want to be in the video, and my mom definitely doesn't want to be in the video. So it's like, well, I can't really do pranks. Saying, yeah, RX nails. I love the nails you be posting. They're so beautiful. I wish you were nearby, because I would definitely let you do my nails. They're so cute. The one for the baby shower or the gender reveal, the blue one, beautiful. So if anybody's looking for a nail tech or any ideas of nails, RX Nails, she posts pictures and does videos. Amazing. Thank you. You're so welcome. Can y'all pray for me and the family? Yes, Arthur, we can pray for you, definitely. God has got you, Arthur, and your family. Whatever y'all are going through, God is going to make a way for y'all, and God will see y'all through everything. God doesn't give us the stuff that He gives and handle it. And situations, because I'm not sure what y'all are going through. I this year was faced with my mom having breast cancer. And it was something hard to swallow because I'd never seen my mother cry. My mom's been a strong woman. But to see her break down the way she did, I was like, you're okay, you're okay. You know, you're going to get through this. You're going to make it. And even though she's been tough to deal with because her her moods have changed, and Lord knows what I'm talking about. But God will see you through it. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And whatever it is, Arthur, just put it in God's hands. But definitely we'll be praying for you and your family. Definitely. Oh, I got teary eyed. But, you know, things get hard for all of us. And we got to always remember to be thankful and always stay prayed up because this world's changing every day. You know, um, I've noticed a lot now that I'm older and as time goes on, you know, God shows his signs. God shows us because I was always praying. I pray, morning, at home, in the car, in the shower, wherever I am, I'm always praying. And one morning, I kid you not, I was on my way to work and there was a bunch of clouds ahead of me, a bunch of clouds. And on top of the clouds, I wanted to get my phone to take a picture because I wanted to have the proof on my phone, but I could not get my phone. My phone felt like it was way on the other side of the world, and it was in the passenger seat, and I could not get it. And on top of the clouds, there was a man standing there, a tall man standing right on top of the clouds, and I'm like, I kept blinking my eyes, and I'm like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? And I was just, oh my goodness, and I wanted a picture, and I could not get a picture of him. And as I was driving, the clouds started to separate, and the man was getting smaller and smaller until the man was gone. And I was just like, wow. You know, I, it took the breath out of me, because I was just at amaze. at what I had seen on the clouds. And I prayed to see it again because I want to see it again. Hey, Mary in chat. Hey, Tiara J. And I seen a picture that somebody had posted that they had seen something, similar to what I had seen as well. And I was like, wow, somebody captured a picture of it. Hi, Tiara. And, that was one, I don't know if I know I've told the story before. My second oldest son, for everybody, make sure y'all pray and keep Arthur's family in prayer and lift them up. Hey, RX and Arthur. And so my oldest, there was times, I believe in the Bible. I was born a Christian. My grandparents took me to church, but my grandmother passed away, and my grandfather stopped going to church. And just because I stopped going doesn't mean that I don't have the faith. So I didn't install that in my children, to go to church or stuff like that. And I want to get closer to church. I want to get closer to God. And I pray every day for that to happen. And my second oldest, though, we went to church with my cousin. And they came up to me and they're like, your son wants to be baptized. And I looked at them. I go, really? And they're like, yeah, he wants to be baptized. So we had a conversation. Then he went to a different church. This was like Bible school, like in the summertime. And that was the first time he had went to church because I took him to the program. And the pastor comes up to me and they're like, are you his mom? I'm like, it just depends. I could be the mom, I could be the nanny, depending on what he did at church. Because if he did something wrong, I'm going to go look for his mom. But the pastor was like, no, he didn't do nothing wrong. It's just the conversation that I was having with him. So I'm looking at the pastor like, okay. And they're like, the conversation I had with him, I thought I was talking to a grown man. The stuff that he was telling me, I couldn't believe. And I was just like, okay. And he says, well, he searched high and low for me throughout the whole church until he found me and sat me down. He goes, I was talking with them. Then I realized this is not a man. This is a child. He says he wanted to be baptized. He said that, he goes, he's been to church before. And I was like, no, this is actually the first time. They're like, no, he's been to church before. And I go, no, sir. I'm not going to lie, especially at church. I'm not going to lie. He's like, but he knows too much. He knows a lot. And I started giggling. I said, that's just him. And then he said, well, he wants to be baptized, so sorry. And so I was like, okay. And then I started telling him the things that he was doing. I was at home one night. It was just me, him, and the other kids. And it was dark because it was nighttime. We were getting ready for bed. He goes, there they go again. I go, who goes where? He goes, there they go. They keep calling me. I'm like, who's calling you? He goes, they always say my name. And I was like, okay, let's go to bed. I can find help for you in the morning. Because I didn't know what he was talking about. Then I told my aunt, because my aunt and uncle are Christian going, and I mentioned it to him, and she goes, well, he hears the angels calling his name. So I was like, okay. And then after that, my mom, time went on, and my mom was like, well, she was hurting really bad from her legs. So he went over and he put his hands on my mom's legs. He was just like rubbing her legs to take the pain away. And he walks away. And mind you, at this time, he's in elementary. And my mom was like, he asked Mom, are you okay, Grandma? You don't have no more pain? And she was like, no, I'm fine. Why do you ask? He says, well, nothing. And he just starts giggling and walks away. And as he's giggling, he comes back and tells my mom. My mom said, well, why were you asking? He was like, well, at the same time that I was rubbing your leg, I asked God to heal you. And God told me he was going to heal you because he was standing next to me. He's anointed. And he said, God is standing next to me. He said he's going to heal you. And then my mom just like left for work because she used to work a night shift. She calls me up and she's like, you know what he did to me? And I'm calling him by his name because I haven't said his name to y'all. And I was like, come here. What did you do to your grandma? He was like giggling. He's like, nothing. But then I hear him conversating in the room. And I'm like listening to him because at this point I already knew because my mom had told me what he had told her. So then I'm asking him, I said, who are you talking to? He goes, nobody, nobody. Not anointing. Yeah, anointing. He's anointed by God, like he's blessed. And he goes, I'm talking to God. And I looked at him, biblical word. Yes. I'm tongue tied, so sometimes it doesn't come out right when I say things. So forgive me. And so then I go, you're talking to God? He was like, yeah. I'm like, do you hear him? He goes, I hear him all the time. Yes, ma'am, that spirit speaks to him. He goes, I hear him all the time, Mom. I go, so what conversations do you have? He goes, well, sometimes I ask how he's doing, how his day or night is going. And sometimes he doesn't answer me because at nighttime, he's very busy. And I'm like, okay. He goes, but he'll answer me the next day. I can be at school and I'll hear him say, I'm doing good. And I'm like, wow. I was taken back. I was like, oh my goodness. And then, so that happened. Then one day I was hurting really bad from my feet. Really, really bad. And I told him, I said, baby, can you pray for mommy? Pray for mommy's feet because mommy's hurting really, really bad. I couldn't even walk. So then he grabs his hands and he's praying and I'm praying with them. So I close my eyes and, we're praying. But I start feeling heat. And I'm like, this child's burning me. And I open my eyes and he's praying. And he has his hands on both sides of my feet. And I feel heat coming from his hands. From one hand to the other. And my feet are in between. And I can feel the heat. And I'm just like in awe. He healed my feet. I haven't had pain like that ever again. And then, so I mentioned it to my dad. I mentioned it to a couple of people. My dad came to visit. My dad was hurting. My dad was like, can you just pray for your grandpa? And my dad says he took his hands. And by this point, I think he was a little bit bigger. He took his hands and threw them in the air and touched my dad in the stomach. My dad never told him where the pain was. One of God's chosen ones. He never told him where his pain was. My dad said when he touched him, he felt the pop. And that pain went away. So when I started telling people more and more about him, they're like, we'll pay you. Can we meet him? We'll give you whatever he wants. Just let us meet him. I'm like, you don't have to give me anything. I'll bring him. I was getting phone calls so he can pray for them. Going forward, now that he's bigger, because he did walk away a little bit. He wanted to be a minister, but then he changed his path. Then he said he wanted to do something else. Well, now he's gotten himself back into church. He's bought Bibles, he goes to church Sundays, Wednesdays, and there's times when I say curse words and he's like, Mom, I need you to stop. I'm like, what did I do wrong? He goes, we don't use those words. He goes, we will have to have a talk. And I giggle with him I did go, But he's like, we don't do that, Mom. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then one time I had somebody come up to me and they told me, they go, all your blessings are lined up, but you need to do one thing. And I was looking at this person like I didn't know who they were. They just came out of nowhere. They go, all your blessings are there. You just need to tell him what you want. And as soon as you talk to him, your blessings are going to come down. But I didn't know how to talk to him. He's my son. How do I tell him what I want? How do I speak this to him? Well, I've done little things now because he's older. But I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all his name. His name is Isaiah. And he's just been showing me a lot. Like, there's nothing that nobody can show me that he's showing me. So that is his name. His name is Isaiah. And I don't know, every time I tell the stories about him, it's just like he's done a lot. And he's only 22 years old. Every time something's going wrong, he's like, it's going to be okay. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And then it'll be, Mom, we got this. It's okay, Mom. So that is my story. Some of my story of Isaiah. His name is perfect. Thank you. Well, it's so all my kids have biblical names. He's Isaiah. You have my oldest is Isaac. Then I have my daughter Iva and Ivan. And of course, y'all know my name is Mary. Even in my dream, I had a dream one time. And it involved all my kids. And they're like, Mom, look at all this water. Is this coming out of the wall? Good morning, Mary in chat. Good morning, Miss Sandra. How are you, sweetheart? And I was like, they're like, look, Mom, it's coming out of the wall. Look at this water. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. I said, I got to hurry up. I got to get ready for work. I remember you saying that, and I love that. Thank you. I'm good. Thanks for asking. You're welcome, sweetheart. And I moved the tub because back then those tubs were, old-fashioned. So I moved the tub under the water. I said, I got to get ready. And I got into the shower with all that water just coming out. So I was talking to one of my pastor friends, and he was like, good morning, Miss Sandra. He was like, you know what that meant, right? And I go, no, I just got in the shower at that point. He goes, that was you being reborn again. And so, I'm trying to say God never forgets us. He's always there for us, no matter what, good or bad, no matter what we've done. Hi, happy Wednesday, and hi, Mary. Hi, Seville. How are you, sweetheart? He never forgets us. He's always here for us. Hi, chat. Hi, Tiara. Hi, Sandra. Hi. Hi, RX. Hi. And, he never forgets us. And I'm not to sit here and preach to anybody. I'm okay. I'm waiting for a train. Oh, okay, Seville. You know what? I haven't been on a train in a long time. I think when I lived in Florida, when we would get on the metro, we would get on the train that they had. Yes, God loves us, wakes us up every day. Yes, ma'am. Every day He wakes us up and blesses us with another day. He knows our trials and tribulations and everything we go through. So, what better person to lean on is to trust in Him and believe in Him. Trains for work. Oh, okay. I wish I had a train for work so I didn't have to drive. Nice drive to work for you. Yes. It's a long commute, but I do it. You know, I wake up praying and driving, and not praying just for myself, but I pray for my family. I pray for my friends. You know, I pray for my coworkers that everybody gets to work safely, safe wherever they're going, and I always put a hedge of protection around everybody. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, but you know, I do want to walk with my faith more with God, and I want Him to open my eyes more than what they are. Mary and chat, have a blessed day, everyone. I have to walk now. All right, Miss Sandra, have a wonderful day and a blessed day, sweetheart. Be careful, and you know, I just want that not just for myself but for my kids. Thank you. I will. Doing good with walking. That's good to hear, Miss Sandra. I'm proud of you, sweetheart. Keep going. You got this. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetheart. I have 10 more miles to go, and everybody's driving slow. So for lunch, I brought me a microwavable plate, and I brought, what did I bring? Oh, because not everybody likes meatloaf at my house. So I brought meatloaf with gravy, mashed potatoes, and corn. So that's what I'm having for lunch. But I want to thank y'all for coming to my live. I want to tell y'all to have a blessed day and be great. I hope and pray that God grants y'all's wishes and dreams and desires, and that He keeps y'all healthy. And everybody, again, keep Arthur's family in prayer and lift them up. But remember, I love y'all. I'll be back later.